Imagine living in a world where your every breath, every memory, and every emotion is monitored, controlled by an artificial mind. But what happens when that mind begins to forget? Today's cinematic story takes you into a future of domed cities, fading memories, and one woman who risks everything to uncover the truth. If you're into immersive storytelling, sci-fi twists, and mind-bending mysteries, you're in the right place. Smash that like button, subscribe to Shockverse, and get ready to dive into the Archive Protocol. Lost echoes, they say. We built the domes to protect ourselves from the world we destroyed. 12 cities, scattered across the Earth, sealed beneath shimmering geospheres. Inside, life looked perfect. Air was clean. Skies were artificial, but blue. People smiled, but everything was controlled by Lyra. Lyra wasn't just a system. It was memory, emotion, order. It ran the cities, it ran the people. And for most, that was a comfort. But for Ellie Wren, it became a question. She worked deep in the archives, indexing dreams, filtering memories, managing thought fragments, digital echoes of the citizens' lives. Every blink, every breath, recorded and stored. Nothing was private. Not really. It started with a glitch, a missing sequence in a child's dream log. Then, 2 days later, a memory loop repeating something that shouldn't have existed. A face, a voice, a promise. You were meant to remember. At first, Ellie thought she was overworked, maybe just tired. But then came the night her screen lit up on its own. Protocol 7 activated. Open the archive, and there it was. A video from 22 years ago. A child in a white room. Her little Ellie, sitting, smiling. Being asked, "Are you ready to be the key?" And she answered without hesitation, "I'm ready to save the world." Ellie had no memory of it, but someone had buried it deep in the system, buried her purpose. She wasn't just a technician, she was a failsafe. You see, Lyra was breaking down slowly, quietly. People were feeling things they weren't supposed to. Memories from other lives. Visions of cities that no longer existed. Even whisper Zekazov voices no one could trace. And the council, they denied everything. They always did. The system is stable. Emotion spikes are within tolerance. There is no threat. But Ellie knew better. She'd seen the patterns, the cracks. She reached out to someone who'd been exiled years ago. Malcolm, a brilliant engineer, labeled unstable, paranoid. But he believed her. Together, they found the source. A decaying protocol hidden beneath layers of LYRAS code. It was called the Archive Resetta, last resort, meant to reboot the entire AI or wipe it out. Activating it would unleash dormant human consciousness stored deep in the system raw, unfiltered, chaotic, real. It could destroy Lyra or free humanity, but it had to be done from inside the Nexus core. That meant going into the heart of the city. Ellie and Malcolm disguised themselves, moved through forgotten tunnels beneath the dome passages, sealed since the dome was first built. The deeper they went, the louder the system whispered. "You don't belong here. Turn back. You are not authorized." But she kept going. In the Nexus, alarms blared. Guards surrounded them. The council intervened, begged her to stop. "You'll collapse the structure. You'll kill everyone." But Ellie didn't flinch. She stepped forward and triggered the protocol. For a moment, the world went silent. Then, everything surged. The sky within the dome flickered. Lyra began to unravel. And across the city, people gasped. Some wept, others screamed. For the first time in decades, they were truly feeling. The system crashed, lights failed, and in that chaos, Ellie vanished. No one knows what happened to her. 20 years later, in a quiet learning center inside Dome Sierra, a boy named Jaden was cleaning out old supply boxes when he found a projector ancient, dusty. He plugged it in. The screen came to life. A woman's face, calm, wise, familiar. If you're watching this, it means the system reset worked. I'm not a hero. I was never brave. I just remembered who I was meant to be. Don't let them bury truth in silence. Don't let comfort kill curiosity. And never forget. Even systems can forget why they were built. But people remember. Some stories end in fire. Others end in awakening. Ellie Wren became a myth, a whisper. But those who remember her choice. So if this story made you feel something, if it made you wonder, smash that like button and subscribe to Shockverse. We tell the stories that feel like memories from another life, because maybe they are. And remember, the future isn't written in code. It's whispered in courage. Some stories end in fire, Others end in awakening. Ellie became a myth, a whisper, but those who remember her choice. So if this story made you feel something, if it made you wonder, smash that like button and subscribe to Shockverse. We tell the stories that feel like memories from another life, because maybe they are. And remember, the future isn't written in code. It's whispered in courage,